the dark, and then we'll go.
We'll never surrender.
Skin boots on a Saturday night.
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here and welcome back to an all new GOROD KROVI video. Now I know this video is very late, I've fallen really behind on this video for some weird reason, but we're finally going to be going over the final cipher that I haven't covered on my channel. So this is going to be the final cipher video where I go over an Easter egg cipher that was indeed solved. Now this one's going to be in relation to the Great War and it's going to be directly referring back to Der Eisendrache. I know you've probably heard about this already because I am quite late on it. And you can find a link over to the Call of Duty Zombies forums down in this video's description if you want to read this cipher for yourself, and you can see all of the credits to the founders of this. But you can see this cipher that can be found on GOROD KROVI on screen, and it was indeed solved by Tak Water KH, Oxin 8, Liziza Dolphin, and also Neighbor Z Hunter. If I mispronounce any of their names there, I'm sorry. But as I said, you can see the cipher on screen right now, and the type of cipher that it is an XXX cipher, and when you decrypt this cipher, it reads as follows. My name is Pablo. Or at least I think it is, or was. I don't know anymore. I have been locked away, held prisoner in this cell for many months by German scientists, and they keep experimenting on me, pumping me full of some blue liquid. I think it is responsible for the repeated visions I have been having, which I swear look and feel real in this vision. My name is Pablo Marinas, and I am a knight, coming back from the Crusades, of which I fought in a great battle against strange demon-like creatures who are trying to devour the earth at one point. It appears I am doomed, trapped in the tentacles of a great three-headed beast, when suddenly 4 knights decimate it with magical elemental staves, saving me from the certain death. There are 3 otherworldly creatures that fight on our side. Against the demons, the creepy thing is that the signs on their tunics resemble the ones I noticed on stones here at the castle. As I was being brought to my cell, I just hope I can eventually find a way to escape this. While I consider myself to be a brave king in the battle, I will tell you, my son, that those 4 were the bravest warriors I have ever seen. I had the privilege of fighting alongside them in the great battle many years ago, where we defeated the creatures from beyond, and the Dead Eaters, they disappeared after we claimed victory, never to be heard from again. The last thing they told me was to build my castle here, in this very location, before they disappeared. Now I find this cipher so interesting in my personal opinion because it's referencing back to the Great War, of which stars Primis, the Apothicons and the Keepers all just basically battling out, which we've seen such as on the murals on Shadows of Evil as well as the scraps of paper on Origins. And little did we know, Pablo is featured within the mural on Shadows of Evil and we just never realised it, and I find that so interesting. But essentially Pablo is indeed the Mexican test subject that we heard a lot more about from these ciphers on Der Eisendrache, but I've already covered them ages ago on my channel. We even saw these experiments on him transpire within some of the images found on Der Eisendrache. Now obviously he claims that he was having these hallucinations from being pumped with element 115, which caused him to have these visions whilst he was in the great battle. Now in my personal opinion, I don't think this physical state of Pablo was the one of which fought in the battle. What I think is happening is we all know that the multi-universes are merging together and people's minds and memories and thoughts are merging with other versions of themselves from past, future, present and other universes. So what I think is going on here is that another version of Pablo from another universe or another stance has indeed fought in this battle, but the current version of him within the Der Eisendrache universe wasn't actually present at the battle, but he's having memories of this other version of himself. That's just my own personal opinion. It's just like how our 4 characters have memories of Primis, although they are not Primis, and they're also having memories of the versions of themselves within World at War and Black Ops. Now obviously we're going to see this idea of the great battle transpire, and we're going to see a lot more about it within DLC 4, I think so. Now we've seen from the posters within Der Eisendrache, we've seen that the giant squid from Shadows of Evil at some point was indeed over the castle during this great war between the Apothicons and the Keepers. I just find it so cool that the Primis characters did in fact fight alongside him, and you know, at the end they told him to build his castle in this very location, and then we obviously know and love it as Der Eisendrache. As he said, I think this was a past version of Pablo. I don't really think there's much to talk about in terms of this cipher that I haven't already discussed within previous videos, because in previous videos I've gone a lot more in depth about the Great War, and I will link that video in this video's description right now, and I will also put an annotation on screen. This video goes over all of the other ciphers that are in relation to the Keepers, and it talks a lot more in depth about the Great War, and it goes in depth about the history of the Keepers and how they've essentially evolved and evolved from the Apothicons. But yeah, that's going to conclude today's video. I know this hasn't really been an in-depth look at this cipher, but I will be referencing back to these ciphers within previous videos when I go over some theories in regards to the storyline for DLC 4 Revelations, because I'm definitely going to be referencing back to all of these ciphers that I've already discussed, because they're going to help me secure a lot more validity when it comes to providing evidence for my theories for DLC 4, as I'm going to have a massive DLC 4 Revelations video when I'm on holiday. So anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye. Are you guys interested in getting free Call of Duty points for free supply drops and liquid divinium and or DLC as well? Well, have I got news for you. There's going to be a link in this video's description where you can download a 100% free app. Upon downloading this app, you can then install it, and then you can download apps via this app. Via downloading the app, as well as sharing the app with your friends via your referral code, you will very quickly build up a ton of points, of which you can then purchase Xbox Live, PSN or Steam cards, which can then be used to get 100% free COD points as well as DLC. Hopefully this helps.